Hello students, welcome at Educare. This is Bihani, and in today's session we are going to see very important part, that is about the importance of basics in our school education, in the academics, when we study whatever syllabus that we have in our textbooks. Today we are going to see related to the fundamental concepts, how they are important from previous standard to next standard. Well, in our education system, the prescribed syllabus have the subjects like languages, mathematics, science, social science, that is history, geography, etc. If we deal with mathematics and science for the study in every next year that we are going to appear for the new syllabus to study, previous syllabus is very important. Do you know, every chapter or lesson there in maths and science always starts with introduction, where the introduction contain the background of that topic up to the previous level. According to many researches, there are two types of basics for the student study. One is up to previous standard and one is up to the previous topic. Very interested. Previous standard means, for example, if the student goes in 12th standard, then he or she should be known all the part up to 11th standard. But there are many such units, many such topics in maths and science especially, where in the same lesson, in the same chapter, in the same topic, we are concerning with the previous part, formula that found out in the previous derived section and immediately used in the next section, in the next lesson, or in the same lesson even. So that is the previous topic, means in the same standard, that is important. I give example of trigonometry. If you know, we have that formula like sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1, that we have in the 9th or 10th standard trigonometry there, but it is again required in 11th, 12th, and up to that day the students study mathematics. This was the one example of trigonometry. There are many such topics in mathematics and science. I will give few examples, because once you know the fundamental, it is only required to revise that fundamental things, the formulae, the mathematical theorems, principles, laws, that what the students study up to the previous standard or up to previous lesson, or just mention up to previous topic. They are sometime immediately used in next topic, sometime that required in next chapter, sometime required next year. So whenever we call next time, next year, next topic, what we that previous syllabus that coming into exist again to use again and again and again. Perhaps you remember in mathematics that we have formula a plus b bracket square. Why it looks simple? Because it is used many times by the student when they come in the college there after 10th standard and 11th standard admission. This formula many times used. And otherwise, you know that factorization a square minus b square, a plus b into a minus b. Why this formula that get easily remembered by the student? Because they have many times used. And you know, these formulae, such formulae from polynomial, factorization, they required to use again and again. Same thing in geometry. In geometry, there are lot of theorems, lot of principles, lot of properties related to the diagonals of quadrilateral, lot of theorems related to triangle, related to circle. All these properties, theorems, principles, they are again and again and again required to use by the student when they study next topic from mathematics, and that topics are using previous part or previous knowledge. We concern with physics, suppose for example, for the chapters where that we require the concept of force, pressure, we require the concept of electric current, potential difference. All these students know, or in the light, their refractive index, or many topics there where that we are using like energy and its types. Or if you suppose the chemistry topic there, it required the concept like valency, atomic number, or it required the chemical bond, ionic bond, covalent bond. All these topics students should know well detailed before they enter into the next standard. And in fact, whatever the topic that studied, I give simple example that when students study such topic called vectors, in mathematics in 11th 12th, or they study differentiation called derivatives, or when they study determinants or matrices, all these topics. Or I will give another examples about equations that mainly linear equations and quadratic equations students study. They should know how to solve these equations by factorization or quadratic equation by different methods, including quadratic formula method there if you know. Okay, vectors, the concept of vector that come in both math and physics. In mathematics that approach is different. About differentiation that called as derivative, that very famous symbol dy by dx, students study in 11th and that continue in 12th also. About that many such topics, for example probability, for example in statistics mean, median, mode, whatever that, many topics there, hundreds of topics there from the maths and science. When the students are going in the next standard, they require to know all that results, all that formulae, all that theorems, all that laws from previous standard what they have studied. And it is not only in maths and science, it is for other subject like language, for example English. In English that you know how that it is a vocabulary, how that grammar is important, and we know for the better English, to speak better English, to have that better English to write in the paper, or to have that better understanding of the topics in the English, your English should better, and for that grammar is the backbone or the basic for that English language. It is not only English, it is all languages including our Marathi or some other languages. There also grammar is must, there also vocabulary is required, there also every term, every meaning, every part, every concept the students study they require to use, because again and again and again and again that required the importance to know about the basic or fundamental. We cannot go further if you don't know the previous part, especially in maths and science. So give attention towards your formulae, towards your mathematical results, science concept for the next study. Without that we cannot study, and no question that will understood the future part if you don't know the previous past part. Okay, that's all for the today's session. Thanks. As we have come to an end, like this video, comment which concept you want to see next, share this video with your friends, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to click on that notification bell icon.